What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about the Mecole Hardman Discourse that was going on last night and into today because that's just fantastic. Share my thoughts on the Super Bowl and just overall just talk a little bit. It's been a little while. I know I had videos come out the last few days, but I was down in Atlantic City for the Super Bowl, so now I made it back earlier today and am just ready to get back into the normal routine, the regular old thing. And while watching the Super Bowl, kind of boring first half, to be honest with you. And then second half was excellent, and overtime obviously was excellent too. Kind of boring game turned into a really exciting one down the stretch there. Naturally, Mecole Hardman catches the game-winning touchdown in overtime because, of course, that was essentially my reaction, was not, oh my God, the New York Jets made this massive mistake by moving on from Mecole Hardman, but just naturally, that's what's going to happen. It was hard not to just chuckle to yourself and say, like, of course, it couldn't have been anybody else. The maybe only other worse thing would have been if Dalvin Cook had a game-winning touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens. I think that one might have been worse, but anyway, you're splitting hairs there. But the Mecole Hardman conversation and discourse and just the conversation around it has been really weird to me. I mean, as I said, I had my tweet reaction. A lot of people reacted, and for the most part, not all. I mean, sometimes you had a little over the top, but I would say most fans' reaction was just, that's unbelievable. Of course it was him, and like laugh about it because, again, former Jet, they move on from him and he catches the touchdown. Again, not saying that the Jets were wrong to move on or any of this stuff, but I think the beat especially, and some section of the fans were way over the top. Rich Cimini and Brian Costello sent off a combined 10 tweets about Mecole Hardman, 5 a pop on Mecole Hardman. The New York Post wrote a story about it. I think both guys still have not had their erection go away since that happened. Like, I think they've been literally fully erect since that touchdown went in and they could fire off their tweets, and it's just ridiculous. But then there's this storyline coming out that the Jets counted him out and the Jets made this mistake. Even Travis Kelce said the same thing. He mentioned the Jets by name in the postgame.
Found a way to win the game for us. When everybody counted him out, even the Jets counted him out, and man, we were so excited when he got back in the building because he's the kind of guy that brings everybody together. Did
the Kansas City Chiefs not count out Mecole Hardman? They let him walk in free agency. This is such a bullshit narrative. I'm sorry, but it is. It's a ridiculous narrative. They let him walk for $4 million. They were like, $4 million? No, not worth it. He's like a wide receiver 5. And the Jets were bringing him in to be that, and Aaron Rodgers gets hurt and plans change, and he had, like, let's be honest, even when he went back to Kansas City, he had 124 yards during the regular season. It's not like he went out and was putting up 50 yards a game and you're going, oh my God, I can't believe the Jets couldn't find a use for him. He wasn't doing anything in this for Kansas City. This was his first touchdown of the season, came on the last play of the entire season. Last play in the entire season, that's when he has his first touchdown. That was the same exact play. That touchdown catch was essentially the same play that they ran in the Super Bowl last year to Kadarius Toney. If Kadarius Toney didn't go AWOL this year, that play would have been to him, and he would have caught the game winner. But no, he goes nuts, right? Unplayable, just completely unfit to play. And they put Mecole in, and they run that play, and he gets a touchdown. But the narrative that the Chiefs didn't count him out, that we're just going to focus on the Jets counting him out. Right, there's no story that, oh yeah, the Chiefs let him walk in free agency and then ended up sending a draft pick back to get the guy who caught, one big catch for you in the Super Bowl. It won the game. Yeah, it's great, but they let him walk too. What do you mean? Why is it just a focus on the Jets counting him out when he didn't have a role? He had one catch for 6 yards. Could Nathaniel Hackett have done a better job with his personnel? Yes, of course. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Nathaniel Hackett was in the right for a lot of things this year. But again, if on a really garbage wide receiver room, maybe the worst wide receiver room in the league the Kansas City Chiefs. He's their, what, fifth receiver? Fourth or fifth receiver? It's just, it's a bit much, and I could do without some of the reaction. I thought it was a little ridiculous. I wanted to get my take out there on it because it's, again, a day later, and still seeing things talked about with Mecole Hardman. Ridiculous. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you next time.